Yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's been a while since I've made any content for YouTube, and as always, I want to say thank you to everyone who is watching this video or watching this YouTube live or going to watch this YouTube live. And I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. One thing that I want to talk about on this live, I was going to make just a video about it, but I figured why not just go YouTube live and just, talk about various things. And one of the things I want to talk about is, man, honestly, if you're someone who's watching a bunch of self-help videos, let me be the first to tell you that you don't need any more self-help videos. You don't need any more self-help content, because there will come a time where you're going to have to put in some type of effort towards whatever it is you're trying to do in this life. I'm not saying this as someone who's an expert on that, but I don't know about what it takes to win. I know what it takes to lose, because I've been a loser for so long, because I've had a loser mentality for so long. And one of the consequences of that is sitting around watching a bunch of self-help content. And even though you can get a lot out of the self-help world and the books and the lessons, if you're not actually applying it to your life, then it means absolutely nothing. Learning good advice means nothing if you don't use it to change your life. And I'm someone who's bought so many self-help books. I've watched hours upon hours of self-help content. And guess what? It has not changed my life, because I have not applied the things that I've learned. It's a false sense of accomplishment. Like, I didn't work on my goals today, I didn't better myself today, I didn't improve myself today, but at least I watched some Tony Robbins. At least I watched some, Eric Thomas, or, just name someone in the self-help world and the personal development world. Again, I'm not saying that, you can't get valuable information out of, consuming that type of content. But what I'm saying is, if it doesn't actually produce anything, or if you don't produce anything with it, it means absolutely nothing. What's going on, Heart of the Knicks? Triple Eight, what's going on? But I'm essentially, talking about, just joined, I'm essentially talking about how, watching a bunch of self-help content means nothing if you don't actually apply it to your life. It's just like reading the Bible, reading the Quran. You can read it all day, but if you don't actually apply something out of it, how can you bear fruit? Self-help content will not change your life. Your life will change when you help yourself and get the hell out of your situation. And I'm saying that as someone who, again, has watched all the self-help content that you can watch. But because of my fear of success, I don't have a fear of failure, I have a fear of success. Because success requires change. Success requires for me to move forward. Success requires that I look at myself and have the harsh conversations and the harsh revelations and the harsh, truthful moments. But failure doesn't require anything. I can remain the same the rest of my life, doing the same thing, having the same beliefs, never advancing, never changing. Why? Because I never took action. Just did a bunch of bitching and complaining, which changes absolutely nothing. I'm saying that as someone who, I feel like this. I'm 32 years old. And I feel like if I could tell you something, right, that because I've often questioned my existence. Like, why am I here? Why am I on this earth? You know, people will say, oh, God has a plan for you, you know, the typical things. But I've had these thoughts. I've had these thoughts for a long time. Why am I here? Why am I on this earth? I'm 32 years old. Why have I outlived so many people who die at such a young age? Yet I'm 32 and I'm still, what am I here for? And I figured that if I could save you some time on your journey, then it will make my journey worth it. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Or you'll be 32 years old in the same position you were in at the age of 22 years old. Don't be like me. Don't just sit around and consume a bunch of self-help content. Get your ass to work. You have a dream, go for it. Take risks. One thing I'm starting to learn is that life itself, life is poetry. Life is ironic. Life itself is ironic because, my bad, I was making sure my phone was good. But life is ironic because if you're someone who's afraid to take risks, well, the ironic part of that is you're afraid to take risk, and now you're running the risk of remaining the exact same the rest of your life. So either way, you're taking a risk. But we're afraid of success, man. We are afraid of success. Well, I know I am. I can't speak for you. Afraid to make change. Because change is difficult. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, I'm actually thinking about, before I get into my next talking point, I'm thinking about just going YouTube live not every day, but at least a few times a week, because I can make, the regular videos for YouTube, but I really like this Kentalk live and, having interactive conversations with people. So I'm definitely going to make more YouTube lives, try to do like 10, 15 minutes and just make it a thing. And if you like the content, please feel free to not only like, but comment, subscribe, share, and don't be afraid to donate. Don't be afraid to hit the Cash App, or I actually need to set that up anyway and, make that for people who may want to donate. You never know. What if someone wants to give me $500? I'm blocking my own blessing. You see? Procrastination, you see? You see? So, man, the other thing I want to talk about real quick, I'm actually going to make another YouTube live about this particular subject, but I wanted to at least touch on it right now, is, man, look, if you're someone who is struggling with porn addiction, you're someone who's struggling with adult content, adult entertainment, let me be the first to tell you, man, don't be down on yourself, all right, because you are not alone. There are plenty of men and women across the world of all different backgrounds who struggle with the same thing you struggle with. So you are not alone in this fight. Not only that, one thing that I believe is very important to say as someone who's also struggled with this adult entertainment is you end up watching a lot of this content about abstaining and no fap and, semen retention and things like that. Man, go out there and just live your life. Don't sit around and just watch a bunch of content about how to stay away from adult content. Don't just be on I'm on day 5, I'm on day 6. Man, go live your life. And don't look as a relapse as a bad thing. It's a part of life. Especially if you're someone who's been struggling with this a long time. It's no way in hell you're just going to get out of that in a day. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. But one of the main things I can tell you as someone who has tried and failed so many times is that you have to learn to love yourself, because the issue is not porn. The issue is not adult entertainment. The issue is not the alcohol. The issue is not even the weed. These are just symptoms. The issue, at least for me, is lack of self-love. Lack of self-worth. Always needing validation from others. That's another reason why I don't even make a lot of content. Well, I don't make as much as I used to, because I'm always thinking about people's opinions. That's another thing. Don't sit around here worrying about what the fuck people think about you. It will rob you of your life, your family, your friends, whoever, man. Be you, be authentic. Whoever's meant to be in your life will be in your life. Everyone isn't meant to be in your life forever. That goes for family, friends, everyone. Take it from me. Again, as someone, people please, always, don't fall for that, man. Please don't fall for that trap. Learn to love yourself. Many of us are in a toxic relationship with ourselves. Many of us are in a toxic relationship with ourselves, man. We're not at peace with ourselves. We have these internal wars, internal struggles every day. And it's difficult, man. So if you're someone who's resonating with any of the things I'm saying, and this is just an overview, I'm going to make more content about this. I'm actually planning to study more about these things so I can have more in-depth conversations about, mental health and men's mental health, and just, again, take what I can share, because it's like, I don't know much. But if I could help somebody out along the path, then it'll make all this worth it. But don't sit around and waste your life, man. Don't sit around and waste your life. Don't sit around and just and think that your entire life revolves around pornography. You were born to do more than watch porn. You were born to do more than watch pornography. You had a life before you ever got on a XXX website. You had a life. You were someone. Your life doesn't have to revolve around it. Just live. Don't worry about counting days, day 5, day 6, day 7, man. Just go live your life. Go outside, go in nature. That's another thing. We make it all about, abstaining from sex, abstaining from porn. It ain't even about that. Because think about it. I was thinking about this last night. I think this can really help someone, actually. Think about this. Let's say, it's 365 days in a year, right? Now, 365 days from now will be August, what's the day? August 29th. So let's say August 29th, 2024. 365 days from now. Or 366 days from now. I don't know. If it's a leap year, I don't know. But that's not important. Let's say, for the sake of argument, in the next 365 days, let's say you don't watch pornography. Well, no, let's say you only watch porn for, let's say, 100 of those days. So out of the next 365 days, you've watched porn 100 of those days. Fam, you still did very fucking good. 265 days. Now the question is, what the hell did you do with that time that you had? Because you freed yourself up a few hours from, watching all this. You relieve some time. You now have some more time to yourself. Did you work out? Did you meditate? Did you learn a new skill? Did you go to the gym? Did you work on your diet? Did you go to therapy? If not, you're going to go right back to it. You're going to return right back to it. And you're going to become dependent on it, man. As an escape. You have to create a life you don't want to escape from. So that way, if you do end up watching porn, no big deal. Don't sit around and guilt yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I mean, don't beat yourself up. yeah, right? Like, don't beat yourself up, right? Yeah. Life goes on, man, and you will go on as well. It's the journey, bro. It's the journey. I know I'm a little all over the place. Again, this is just off the top. I just want to get on here because I haven't made content in a while. But I'm definitely want to make more concise content going forward. So I'm going to actually sit down, write out my ideas, plan it out, and make sure it's, has, it's focused, and I can have engaging conversations with people. And so let me know what you think. Drop a comment, like, share. It's greatly appreciated. Again, as I always say, my name is Kentalk. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Peace.